I'm excited for this one. I don't have any children myself, but next up we have Szczepan, who's going to talk about how to talk to your kids so they will listen.
Thank you very much. Be passionate about your parenting craftsmanship. How many of you guys are parents? Awesome, thank you. So I've got a 5-year-old and 3-year-old. They love each other very much, especially when they sleep. When they don't sleep, they tend to fight quite often. But it's getting better because we apply craftsmanship and we hone our craft. What is honing your craft, your parenting craft? Basically, it's learning more strategies, more tricks, more principles, applying them, learning from them, and being excited about those moments where you need to apply some discipline, when you need to show leadership, when you need to influence your kids to do something. Because those are like amazing challenges that can help you like grow as a human, as a parent, and help your children to become beautiful human beings. I'm getting touchy, sorry. All right, so example of that. So we wanted to go on a field trip one day. So my kids were so happy with the field trip, but Laura snatched a teddy bear from Mikołaj's hand. And he started crying. He did his little drama. So, I had to like resolve that conflict. It's awesome. I can, challenge myself with this craftsmanship thing, parenting. So I talked to them. I lower myself. Hey guys. So I see there's some conflict. I see one crying child. That's a problem. But I want you guys to resolve this problem on your own, okay? I want you both to be happy because we are going on the field trip, right? I trust you. You're awesome siblings. You love each other so much. I trust you that you can resolve this conflict. I'm going to give you some time. I need to go to a different room, and you now resolve your problem. So I picked up this tool from my toolkit. Like, I'm going to give them space and time to resolve that problem on their own. And I moved away. I went to a different room, and I'm feeling good about myself, yeah. I'm coming back, they are fighting even more, right? So what can I do? So I'm instantly applying different strategy. This time I will gamify that a little bit, and I'll try to find a solution that like works for both of them. So again, going down, and hey guys, I'm calling the babysitter now. Which one do we want to call? We're calling Brita or the other one? So Teddy Bear will stay at home. It's first time he's going to stay at home. So you are on the mission. What you need to do, you need to explain the Teddy Bear so that he's not scared, he's okay, he can stay with the babysitter, right? So Laura, you'll have 2 minutes with the teddy bear. Mikołaj, you'll have 2 minutes with the teddy bear, and then we'll leave him in the house and the babysitter will come. So Laura was like cuddling the teddy bear. Don't you be scared, Brita is awesome, you're gonna play with her. Then she voluntarily gave that teddy bear to Mikołaj, and that was like awesome. Like I didn't have to like ask her to do that or like, push that toy. And he was also cuddling, I love you, teddy bear. Don't be afraid. Brita is awesome. So, and they left the teddy bear and we went on the trip. So it was really cool. And gamification is like, it's a fantastic thing. Another example of that, I actually learned from Laura's teacher in kindergarten. She has an amazing teacher. All the kids in their class, they love washing hands when they come back from the yard. They love doing that. Why? Because she smells those hands. So like when they come back from the yard and wash their hands, all kids will do that with their hands. Please smell my hands. And she does it so well. She does it like that. Oh, it smells so nice. And kids just basically love washing hands. That's awesome. The way I applied this strategy in my home was for brushing teeth. So my son, Mikołaj, brushes teeth like 6 times a day, essentially, and every time he brushes his teeth, they are so shining and so white that they are blinding everybody. And he chases me around the house, blinding me, and I need to like run away. However, like we don't want to have games for everything in life, for everything that you want your kids to do, everything that you want to influence to do. You can't have games for everything. Like I would be a clown then. Like we want to influence in different ways. So what if my kids don't want to brush teeth and I don't have a game for that? So a couple of strategies that can be used here. One is to state the expectations like upfront. Let's say before the dinner starts, let's state expectations that we brush teeth after dinner, we clean up dishes after dinner. That works. Sometimes it doesn't, but it helps. Another idea is to avoid giving instructions. Instead of saying, I want you to brush teeth or go brush your teeth. I much prefer to describe, to basically talk about principles. What's the principle? The principle is that in our house, we maintain healthy teeth. That's the principle. And I want my kids to, connect the dots and figure out what to do. And if that doesn't work, if, talking about principle does not work, like I will describe facts instead of like giving an instruction. And the fact could be that, hey, Laura, it's 8 o'clock and you haven't yet went upstairs to the bathroom. And I want her to figure it out and I want her to actually figure out what to do. But what if she doesn't do it, right? So I stated the principle, I stated some facts. Like I don't want to repeat myself and I don't want to use the instructions. I would go to Laura. Let's say she's playing and I would just stand there and say, Laura, usually she figure it out, like daddy wants something, right? Oh, brushing teeth, all right, so she'll run. What if she doesn't? What I want to do, like I'm gonna even squat, hey, can I have your hand? And I can walk her a little bit, just give her a gentle nudge. Don't say, what she need to do. She knows what she need to do. So the principle here that I'm applying is I don't want to like repeat myself. I don't want to go into that mode of saying, brush your teeth, come on, brush your teeth. Why don't you brush teeth for once? And stuff like that. I don't want to do that. Like this is, every time I'm repeating something like that, I'm shrinking as a leader. I'm losing my leadership karma. And I need a lot of that. I need a lot of leadership points because my kids will have 15-year-old at some point, 18, 21. They can legally do dangerous stuff, stuff that is destructive for their life. And I want to have a lot of leadership points so that I can like influence them towards like more creative behaviors. So repeating is just not the way to go. And it even applies to work, right? If you're leading teams, like if you need to like repeat the same thing to your team, it's sort of a failure of leadership. Now, repeating principles is not too bad. Repeating principles can be actually good, but repeating instructions, not so much. About repeating, there's even more than leadership here. Like kids have this trait that they don't take no for an answer. It's like a fantastic trait. I want my kids to to preserve that trait so that in life they are more successful because they have this grit and perseverance to always go to their goals. But like, what if there are some things you don't want to negotiate with your child? An example for that, my friend is coming over with a visit, but my son is bored now. So he says, Daddy, play with me. What I would do, I have a very nice conversation with my friend. I will interrupt this conversation. Hey, buddy, I see you're bored. Well, I would love to play with you. Now I have a visitor. I need to talk with him. But in the next half hour, I'll have time and we can play because I would love to play with you, buddy. And then, like my son will not take no for an answer. I'm not sure about your kids, right? But like those are my expectation, the facts that I described to him. Now, he will go downstairs and he'll try to convince me. For a little bit, I will ignore him. I'll ignore him requests because I know he fully understood what I told him. So he's basically negotiating. And at some point, he might be even like more naughty. He pulls my trousers, like he's getting like more louder. So I would interrupt my conversation again. I'll lower myself. Like lowering yourself when you talk with children is like fantastic. You get a viewpoint of them. They get your view. They get more attention. They love it. And I'll say, hey, buddy, I've already told you that I have a very nice conversation with my friend. And in 20 minutes, I would love to play with you because I really like playing with you. I know that you're a good boy and you understand it, right? Well, maybe he does not understand. But I can tell him like, hey, he might say, hey, Daddy, cuddle me, please, hug me. So I would hug him and I will explain to him, I'm going to hug you because I really like doing that. And in about a minute, I'm going to continue conversation with my friend and you can go play. And then we can play together. And also I can tell him, it's your choice. If you want to stay here and keep pressing me and keep pulling my trousers and even cry, it's up to you. It's your choice. But I'm having conversation with my friend, and then when I finish, I can play with you. And what I'm doing here is I don't want to let him know that certain things are negotiable. I'm having this conversation, and I'm not gonna go into that mode of, hey, Daddy, play with me. No, I can't. I'm speaking to my friend. Hey, Daddy, play with me. No, I can't. Play with me. No, I can't. I don't want to do that. This is not very productive. It's not really growing me as someone who my son can trust. So Another thing is, another little principle that I applied here is I replaced no with conditional yes. That's what I've started doing very early. This is fantastic. When people hear no, they go onto defensive automatically. You know, shields up and like fighting. So no is not a good idea. So I say, instead of saying no because I need to talk with my friend, I say yes, of course I will play with you as soon as I finish conversation with my friend. Now, my kids, 5 and 3, they play with each other very nice. Sometimes they still fight. And this is amazing challenge. Like having 2 children is like completely different dimension of like solving certain problems. So if you have only one, have more. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of opportunities to hone your craft, a lot of them. So there is one thing that is very not intuitive when kids fight. Let's say Miko, a 3-year-old, is beating Laura. Like the most natural way of approaching that is scolding Miko. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? You should not do that. However, that's not the right thing to do because I'm giving attention to him. So I'm subconsciously like reinforcing his behavior by paying him attention when he's doing something that he shouldn't. So what I normally do in those situations, I would focus my entire attention on Laura. But I can still deliver messages to Mikołaj while talking to Laura. So I would go there. So I don't know how bad the fight is. Sometimes I need to like stand between them, right? Because if it's something bad, but usually I can just walk there and like I would talk only with Laura because she's the victim and she deserves attention, not this guy. This time, not this guy. But it doesn't mean sometimes, you know, Laura is winning and she's the oppressor. So I'm talking to her only and I would say, he's like, what's going on? Are you hurt? Oh, that's not good. Like, he should behave as a proper brother. He should love you. He should never hit you. Nobody ever should hit you. He needs to learn. Okay, Laura, let's go to a different room. I'm going to go with you. We're going to leave him here in this room alone because we don't want to play with people who cannot behave properly. So I can walk with her, and I can even pretend that we are walking. We don't actually have to go walk there, because I can see that there's a completely different behavior in my son. He suddenly is so apologetic. No, I'm sorry. He's even start crying that please don't go, hugging me, hugging Laura, giving her kisses. So that's completely different behavior than like working with the oppressor and like pushing him. Hey, you have to say sorry. You have to say sorry. You have to do this. So that's another way of doing things. Like think about that your attention is an amazing award that you can give to the child, but sometimes you can give it unintentionally for reinforcing not quite correct behaviors. Like be passionate about your craftsmanship of parenting. I hone my craftsmanship by reading everything I can lay my hands on regarding like brain development, like how to raise children and stuff. And of course, it has to have reasonably good reviews on audible.com. Like there's a lot of books, maybe too many books these days. I took the title of this talk from that book, How to Talk So Kids Would Listen and How to Listen So Kids Would Talk. I'm curious, how many of you read that book already? Awesome. So I'm leaving that book. Somebody takes that book. I'm serious. I'm leaving that book. It's my book, but I only bought it because I like to buy books that I always listen to books, but I buy books that I love, that I really like listening. This book is amazing. Why? When I was like commuting home from work, listening to this book, I was literally crying because it was so touchy. The amount of real stories from parents, what they've done, is just so amazing that that is just great. And the baggage. Oh, excellent. Somebody's taking it. Thank you. So this is where I'm getting thrown, but that's not only it. There's also like being able to reflect and think about how to like improve things, how to like apply different strategies. And when one strategy doesn't work, pick another one and you'll learn. And sometimes as parents, we mess up, we misbehave, we yell at our children. That's, normal. And that's okay, because kids are wonderful. They always give us the second chance. So thank you, kids, for that. Since we always have a second chance, let's apply more strategies. Let's build and hone our craftsmanship to be better parents and to raise those beautiful human beings to be wonderful people. Thank you very much.